Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Full Metal Delve. We are here to select two players who are going to take new two spots that are opened up in our Full Metal singles roster. We had a situation where we had some spots freed up. We said, hey, let's make something fun. I know a lot of people after testing this year still wanted to play. So we said, hey, anybody who didn't make it or didn't get a chance to test, here's your chance to play, do something fun. And maybe you're in a spot on the roster. So we're going to see some familiar faces, a lot of new players. But as far as familiar faces go, with me is the current Full Metal singles champion, Brian Michaels. Brian, going to scout some potential opponents here. Maybe. What are your thoughts going into this match?
You know, what I really like every year. I mean, as much as I enjoy playing the people that I've played before, and I want rematches and things like that. I love seeing new players. So some of these are familiar faces, though, that have played whether in other leagues or previously in here. I'll be happy to see some of them make it. And I'm happy to see a lot of new faces to kind of see, you know, what the up-and-coming crop's got. So I don't know. It could go any way. Anything could happen here.
Absolutely. So before we start, let's run down the rules. If you're watching this, you've probably seen a free-for-all before done in different leagues. 5 players come in. We ask 5 questions. After that round of 5 is over, whoever has the lowest score or scores is eliminated. We put a little twist on it. We're going to ask 5 questions. The first 3 are going to be general trivia, just like you see anywhere else. It's going to be whiteboard round. If after the first 3, those will be worth 1 point. The last 2 questions, this is why we call it the delve, because they're going to have to dig deep into 8 deep dive movies they were given to watch, to study. And those questions will come from those movies. Those will be worth 2 points apiece. Again, that deep dive category in Full Metal is so important. We want to incorporate that into this match as well. So there will be a total of 7 points available for each player. Every round, lowest eliminated. We will play to a winner. The winner will be declared the official winner of the match. They will get a win on their record going into their Full Metal career, and but we'll continue to play as needed for second place, because that person will get in as well. Without further ado, let's start bringing everybody in. Player number 1, lucky player number 1, is Jay Crookshank. Hello, Jake. How you doing? You're muted, buddy. All right. Still can't hear you. There you go.
Hi, Brian and Kirk. Sorry, I have my mic muted.
Okay. All right. Competitor number 2 is JD Domish.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, JD. How are you? Next competitor would be familiar face around Full Metal. It's RJ.
I hate you so much, Kirk. You call me the day of and don't mention to me that there's 8 movies I should have watched for this. I fucking hate you.
All right. And number 5, coming in, our 5th competitor for this round is Michael Conrad.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Very good.
And
I was hoping to be 30 instead of 6, but oh well.
Luck of the draw. Okay, after some technical difficulties, the 5th competitor for this round is going to be John Mayer.
It's Mar, but I forgive you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, so, gentlemen, you know how this works. It's a whiteboard round. You have 15 seconds to answer each question. You will get 1 repeat per round, and there are no challenges. We've got to keep it moving, so this could be a no challenge match, and we will see how that goes. So we're going to get started. And anybody have any questions before we go?
I want to clarify. There's only 1 total repeat allowed per question, too, right?
Yeah, per question. Yeah, one per player per round.
Different people can ask for additional repeats on the same question.
Exactly. Thank you. Brian, do you want to go ahead and hit them with the first question?
I certainly will. We're going to start you off in the category of sports movies. And your question is, Rod Tidwell plays for what real-life NFL team in Jerry Maguire?
Well, Brian, this will be the point where we talk about our favorite NFL teams, but because...
What if one of them could be the answer, though?
Exactly, so we're not going to do that. 5.
I wish my favorite was a fictional team.
4,
because
3, 2, 1. We're going to start with pens down. We're going to start with Jacob.
Seattle Seahawks.
Michael.
Arizona Cardinals.
RJ.
Arizona Cardinals.
JD.
New York Giants.
And John.
Put the Cowboys.
Arizona Cardinals is correct, so Michael and RJ getting the points there. Second question is going to come in the category of the 1990s. What 90s film has a cast featuring Selma Hayek, Jon Stewart, Josh Hartnett, and Elijah Wood? Brian, who's your favorite Green Lantern? Is it Jon Stewart?
You know, I don't actually know many of the Green Lanterns, so I'm just going to say my favorite one is the Ryan Reynolds shot.
Please.
Who got to repeat there? Jake?
No. Me.
Oh, Michael? Sorry about that. Okay, repeat. What 90s film has a cast featuring Selma Hayek, Jon Stewart, Josh Hartnett, and Elijah Wood?
Yes, with the Deadpool 2, Ryan Reynolds getting shot before he even does the movie was the best thing about it. So there you go.
That is absolutely true. It's a shame because I love Green Lantern. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Michael this time.
I was going to switch it to Black Dahlia, but I said Sin City.
RJ.
I completely blanked.
JD.
40 Days and 40 Nights.
John.
I put Fool's Rush in. I know it's wrong.
And Jake.
It was The Faculty, right?
It is The Faculty. Jake picking up a point there on everybody else there. The Faculty is correct.
That's what Josh Hartnett is. Okay.
Question 3 in the category of animated films. In Despicable Me, Gru wins a stuffed animal for Agnes. That is what mythological creature?
You a big fan of this franchise? I know
There are worse ones. I thought I would hate the first one when it came out, but actually kind of liked it. And the other ones, they weren't bad.
Until the Minions came out, then that was a problem. 4.
I
3,
still saw it 12 times because I have a
2,
small child. So there you go.
1. Pens down, and we will start with RJ.
It's so fluffy. It was a unicorn.
JD.
Unicorn.
John.
Unicorn.
Jake.
Unicorn.
And Michael.
Unicorn.
Clean sweep there. Okay, going into the deep cut questions. Jake, Michael, RJ all tied with 2 apiece. JD and John with 1. But with these next questions being worth 2 points apiece, it's still anyone's game. And your first deep cut question comes in the movie Hook. What is the name of the trunk that Hook throws the pirate who bet against him into?
Fuck yes! I love this movie. I no longer hate you.
Favorite pirate movie, Kirk?
Probably one of the first 2 Pirates of the Caribbean.
I can live
5,
This
4,
one.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. This time we're going to start with JD.
Didn't have it.
John.
The Boo Box.
Michael.
The Trunk of Doom. I had North.
Jacob.
The Boo Box.
And RJ.
The Boo Box.
Okay, what I have on the doc, and Jake in the chat tell me, I have Boo Boo Box. Is Boo Box acceptable?
It is Boo Box.
Yeah, it's not Boo Boo. It's Boo.
Yeah.
It's Boo, and they boo them. They boo them.
I'll give
Three
you a
of us
typo.
said
The question
Boo
matters
Box.
here, so we'll wait.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Jake to confirm. Okay, Boo Box will be accepted. So we had Jake had that, RJ had that, JD and John. I'm sorry, I got
John,
I had
John
it.
did. Okay,
Yeah.
All right. So final question going into question number 5. You want to hit that with him, Brian?
absolutely will. This deep cut question is from the movie On the Waterfront. The longshoremen go by a D&D code. What does D&D stand for?
Brian, you ever played D&D?
Long time ago. Back when parents all thought it was evil and going to turn us into horrible people.
5,
No.
4, 3, 2, 1. You mean it's not? John.
Deaf and Dumb.
Jacob.
Deaf and Dumb.
Michael.
Deaf and Dumb.
RJ.
I'm not even going to pretend like I knew this was a movie.
JD.
It's been fun.
Okay, and with that, with 1 point in the round, JD is eliminated. Thank you for playing, JD.
Hey, I lasted around.
Okay, now we will bring in our next competitor, and that is another familiar face. It is Cameron, the Commander Holtzman. Hello,
Hi.
Holtzman. All right, Brian, you want to go ahead and hit him with their first question, their first 1-pointer?
All right. Question 1 for this round comes in the category of Action adventure. Lethal Weapon is primarily set around what holiday?
Oh boy.
Another one we can't say too much about because
I know everything I'm thinking about saying. I'm like, no, that might
Yeah.
be a clue.
I have things I want to say, but we can talk about later. 5, 4, because you know what I'm thinking about. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jake.
A lot of people say Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie.
Michael.
Let's put Thanksgiving.
John.
Christmas.
RJ.
100% shot in the dark. Christmas.
And Cam.
Jake, you got to remember, Kirk hates people calling Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Not wrong. Okay, question number 2 comes in the category of Oscars. What film won the Academy Award for Best Picture for films released in 1984?
And for the record, yes, it was Christmas because it's Shane Black, so of course it is.
Yeah. You guys, what a one-trick pony when it comes to that kind of stuff. 5, 4,
Can I get a repeat?
3. Sure, Jake's repeat for the round. What film won the Academy Award for Best Picture for films released in 1984? Have you ever read 1984?
I did. I had to read it for school, so I might have just like skimmed it and read the cliff notes for it. I don't remember.
I actually liked it. Pretty good book. 5, 4,
They make books now?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with Michael this time.
The Last Emperor.
RJ.
Again, not pretending like I know what we're talking about.
Cameron.
I wrote Out of Africa.
John.
Amadeus.
And Jake.
Amadeus.
Amadeus is correct.
Yeah.
I know I've seen all 10 of them.
Adventure.
All right. In the category of coming of age / teen. In Mean Girls, on which day of the week do the plastics wear pink?
How often you wear pink, Brian?
Well, underneath my clothes is none of your business.
5. Keep it that way. 4,
Feeling frisky.
3,
Well, actually,
2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with RJ this time.
Is it Wednesday?
Cam.
I broke the rule. I'm wearing pink, and it's not Wednesday today.
John.
Friday.
Jake.
Friday?
And Michael.
Wednesday.
Wednesday is correct. So going into deep cut round, we have Michael with 1, everybody else sitting on 2. Still anybody's round. And your first deep cut question comes in the category in the film of Knives Out.
Boo.
In Knives Out, what is the name of Joni's skincare company?
what is your skincare regimen, Kirk?
I mean,
Just shower?
it's obviously it would take too long to talk about. 5, 4,
Repeat that.
3. Michael's repeat or John's repeat for the
John's
round?
repeat.
In Knives Out, what is the name of Joni's skincare company? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Holtzman this time.
I'm a lot better at studying 2 movies a day. I said Mosh.
John,
Neff. I forget.
Jake,
Flam.
Michael,
No empty boards. Skin shine.
and RJ.
Boo.
All right, we're going to hit him with that last deep cut question, Brian.
What,
The
what was
correct
the
answer was Flam. Chickens.
Flam was, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Flam.
Okay, gotcha.
Your last question for this round comes in from the film Billy Madison. What specifically was Billy drawing when he passed first grade?
Oh,
Oh, here's a movie I really love.
Really? This does not strike me as something that you would love. Are you being sarcastic? I can't tell.
No,
I
I'm
never
not.
know.
I do. It's a guilty pleasure. It's one of my few
Why
guilty
do
pleasures.
people
I've given up trying to figure
5,
it out.
4. I don't have a lot of them, but this is 1. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with John on this one.
It's a blue duck because he hadn't seen one of those before.
Jake,
Yeah, I put an elephant.
Michael,
I did not put blue duck. I put bunny rabbit.
RJ,
I thought I put the wrong color. Blue duck.
and Cameron.
This movie's terrible. A blue duck.
Blue duck is correct. So with that, with 1 point in the round, Michael is going to be eliminated. Michael, thank you for playing.
Thank you.
And we will bring in our next contestant. We got one Kingsman in here. Why not bring in another one? Next contestant is Caleb Boatman. Whoa. How long have you been sitting on that one, Boatman?
Like 2 weeks.
All right.
Let's hope he studied that movie and no others.
All right. Brian, why don't you go ahead and hit him question number 1 with this round?
Question 1 for this round comes in the category of the 2010s. In Argo, as part of their cover to get out of Iran, the hostages are given fake identities and passports for what country?
I would just like everyone to know I will be out this round simply because I know no more of the movies in the deep cut round that haven't already been asked. So bye.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's start with Jake.
Was it Canada?
Boatman.
Hi, Holtzman. Canada.
RJ.
Canada.
Cameron.
Is me. Canada.
And John.
Canada.
Canada. Clean sweep is correct. All right. Your next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. In Magic Mike XXL, or is it 2XL, double XL? I don't know how they say that. We're going to say XXL. Big Dick Ritchie, played by John Magdaleno.
Joe Manganiello.
Memorably dances to what Backstreet Boys song in
I
a gas
knew
station?
you were asking this as soon as it was asked.
RJ hears Magic Mike and his ears perk up.
I hear this song and my ears perk up.
5, 4,
It's not the thing that
3,
you up with this
2,
movie.
1. Pens down. Pens down, Jake. Pens down.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to start with Boatman.
It makes sense. Larger than life.
RJ.
It's I Want It That Way.
Cam.
I said everybody. Backstreet's back.
John.
I want it that way.
And Jake.
I didn't finish writing.
All right. So do you want to go hit him with question number 3?
Question 3 comes in the category of Steven Spielberg movies.
Who was correct there? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I Want It That Way.
It was I Want It That Way. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah.
Okay.
And Steven Spielberg. In Jurassic Park, Nedry attempts to smuggle dinosaur embryos out of the park inside what object before being killed by a dinosaur? As opposed to trying to smuggle them out after being killed by a dinosaur. Which is more difficult.
I mean, you could do it, but it'd be tough. 5, 4,
Unless they smuggle them in your body.
3, 2. That's what I was looking. Gotta get creative. 1. Pens down. We'll start with RJ this time.
A shaving cream can.
Cameron.
Shaving cream canister.
John.
I put film canister.
Jake.
Fake whipped cream can.
And Boatman.
Barbasol shaving cream.
Shaving cream is correct, so everybody but Jake and John getting the points there. So we move on now to the deep cut questions. First deep cut in this question is going to come in the category of Little Shop of Horrors. What magazine does Audrey look through while singing Somewhere That's Green? You fan of the original Little Shop of Horrors, Brian?
Yeah, I've never seen the original one.
I got a soft spot for it. He made it over a weekend on a
I
bet.
keep wanting to, but I'm very
mean,
curious about it. But
3.
Doesn't Jack Nicholson play the
2.
Bill Murray role?
Yes, he does. 1. Pens down, RJ. And we're going to start with Holtzman on this one.
Better Homes and Gardens.
John.
Better Homes and Gardens.
Jake.
Life.
Boatman.
Did not have it.
And RJ.
I at least tried. I put greener pastures. I don't know. I tried.
all right, so your final question for this round will come from the film North by Northwest. What does the valet bring to Kaplan's hotel room when Roger and his mother are in there?
Better Homes and Gardens was the correct answer on the last one. I'm sorry. A
We're
lot of plates
really getting
spinning
bad
this.
about that. Just trying to keep the mystery alive for those playing.
Exactly. 5, 4,
Can I get a repeat?
3. Yeah, Jake's repeat for
Yeah.
this round.
In the film North by Northwest, what does the valet bring to Kaplan's hotel room when Roger and his mother are in there?
What's your favorite Hitchcock movie, Brian?
I don't know.
My favorite? Probably Rope.
Yep, that's top 2 for me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with John for this final question.
He was in fact Kaplan's suit.
Jake,
His luggage?
Boatman,
A suit.
RJ,
I just said the film. I don't know.
and Holtzman.
I said champagne.
Suit is correct, but with that, with 1 point on this round, we're going to have to say goodbye to Jake. Thank you for playing, Jake. It was good to have you. And we're going to bring in our next contestant. Bringing in another newcomer right now, contestant. This is Robbie Moore.
I didn't go out.
Hello, Robbie. How are you?
You're doing good.
Good. All right. Brian, go ahead and start us off with question number 1.
Question 1 in the category of actors and actresses. Which iconic musician has been portrayed by Val Kilmer, Bruce Campbell, and Michael Shannon? And give us the first and last name.
Oh my
Right.
god, what's his fucking first name? Oh
What
my god.
What iconic rock singer would you want to play, Brian?
Well, iconic rock singer, what?
Would you want to play for?
Would I portray? Actually, I used to look
Repeat
exactly
the
like James
question.
Hetfield from Metallica back in the day.
You want to repeat, RJ?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Give RJ his first repeat.
Which iconic musician has been portrayed by Val Kilmer, Bruce Campbell, and Michael Shannon?
I actually
Again,
just needed.
we want
I
the first
actually
and
just
last
needed the time. I know I have the wrong first name, and I'm gonna kill myself when everyone puts the right answer.
Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robbie this time.
Elvis Presley.
Boatman,
Elvis Presley.
RJ,
Yep. Nope. Don't have it.
Holtzman,
Yeah, you said Val Kilmer, so I said Jim Morrison.
and John.
The King, baby, Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley is correct.
I still would have been wrong because I put John Morrison. That's who I was thinking of too, though. That's exactly
You're like,
what I
Val
was thinking
Kilmer. I
of.
was
Too.
like, yep, that's the one.
We pretty much knew you had it wrong when you said I can't remember his first name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Not a good start. Question number 2, category classics. What is the name of Scarlett O'Hara's family plantation in Gone with the Wind?
I'm gonna keep my hands right here because I'm not even gonna pretend like I would know that piece of information.
Brian, I just watched this for the first time, like over Christmas last year.
I've
did?
never watched
Yeah.
it ever.
It's one of those things you got to watch because
Yeah.
it's so popular. But it's
That's my letterbox
Wow.
review is I did it. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. But we'll start with you this time.
Tara.
And RJ,
Nope.
Holtzman,
Yeah, I spelled it with 2 R's because I thought like the Earth.
John,
I did read the book. It's Tara.
and Robbie.
Tara.
Yeah, we're going to accept all spellings of that.
Accept
So
spellings.
everybody gets that one except for RJ. And
Okay
Brian,
with
go ahead and hit the next question.
all right. In the category of biopics, in The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan tests new recruits to Stratton Oakmont by asking them to sell him what object? Where's Wolf of Wall Street rank for you in the Scorsese?
I mean, it's definitely top 10. It might be floating around top 5 somewhere.
It's one of the ones I enjoy
5,
more.
4, 3. I've seen it less than a lot of them. So 2, 1. Pens down. Cam, let's start with you on this one.
A pen.
John,
A pen.
Robbie,
I didn't have it.
Boatman,
Give us the answer when you told him to put him down. Pen.
and RJ.
Pen.
Pen is correct. All right, going to the final question of the round.
That should be the
I'm
fourth
sorry,
question.
first deep cut question. I'm sorry. In the film Parasite, What company does the family tell the parks that Mrs. Kim works for? You big foreign language film guy, Brian?
I'm getting more and more, especially the South Korean stuff. They put out a lot of good movies.
3, 2,
Repeat.
1. Repeat for John. What company does the family tell the parks that Mrs. Kim works for in Parasite? Those North Korean movies are pretty good too. If you get your hands on them.
Like The Interview and no other films.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Holtzman, we'll start with you.
The Care.
And John.
I knew it was a C word. I put the cell. Yeah.
All right. Robbie.
I didn't remember. I didn't have any.
Boatman.
Said Blue Apron.
And RJ.
I don't know anything about this movie.
Okay. All right. Go into the final deep cut question then. Brian, take it away.
All right, this one is again from Little Shop of Horrors. And your question is, what is the name of the radio show that Seymour goes on to talk about the Audrey 2 and promote the flower shop? And I do want the full name of the radio show.
I used all my Little Shop of Horrors banner up.
You could sing us a song.
I hope we don't have any more questions on Little Shop of Horrors because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And John, we'll start with you.
I have Wink Winkerson's Weird World.
And Robbie.
I couldn't remember the whole thing.
Boatman.
I said weird people with weird stuff.
RJ.
Goodbye.
And Holtzman.
Wink Wilkinson's Weird World.
Okay, that is correct. But with 2 points apiece in this round, we are going to be saying goodbye to both Robbie and RJ. RJ, thanks for coming in. I know that was a tough last-minute thing for you, but thank you for filling in there. So we're going to bring in two competitors now. We're going to start out with Nico Suave Rigoli coming in.
I'm in so much trouble. I thought this was just going to be about the 8 deep cut films and nothing else. I thought I had a genuine shot for once.
Well, those are worth the most points, Nico. So,
are the deep cut questions worth more points or no?
Yeah, they're worth 2 of the piece. Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we would have watched him.
Yeah.
Very different reactions from me and Boatman based on our levels of preparation.
And our final competitor for this round is Mr. Joe Harrison.
Oh, I have a shot.
Which Joe are
Maybe.
we?
What's up, Joe?
Wow, rude.
All right. So we'll get started. Go ahead, Brian. Give him question number 1 for this round.
Question 1 in the category of thrillers. Who plays journalist Michael Blomquist in David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? Or it might be Mikhail Blomkvist. I don't know how to pronounce words that are spelled weird. So.
Blomqvist. It's a hockey player name right there.
Who plays the
5,
journalist in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nico, we'll start with you.
Haven't seen it. Alexander Skarsgård?
Boatman.
It's Saturday. Call me Daniel Craig.
Joe.
I didn't have it.
Cameron.
I knew Craig was in the movie, but I didn't know which character he was, so I said Stellan Skarsgård.
And John.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is correct. Question number 2, category of horror. In Scream, how is Billy Loomis killed at the end of the film? Your favorite?
You want just how he was finally killed, or everything that was done to him?
How he's
the
actually
final
killed.
death,
Okay.
yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Bowman, we'll start you this time.
Shot.
Joe.
Shot.
Cameron.
I wrote impaled. I think I have the wrong character.
John.
Shot. Yeah, he was impaled first. Shot. By Sidney.
And Nico.
I definitely have the wrong character. Squished under a garage door.
That did happen to somebody in Scream, but not this character. Also, someone was impaled. But yeah, shot is the correct answer.
That was Tatum. Okay, in the category of 1970s. In 1972's The Candidate, Robert Redford's Bill McKay runs for what political office? I'm going to use this time to plug Robert Redford's Sneakers. If you've not seen that, everyone should watch that movie. It's awesome.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, we're going to start with you.
I put senator.
And Cameron?
I also put senator.
John?
Senator.
Nico?
Senator?
And Boatman.
The Senate.
Senate or senator is correct.
Good thing I switched.
All right. Your first question in the deep cuts is going to be in the movie Bringing Up Baby. What fake alias does Susan give to the constable while in jail? The full name she gives.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Five, 4,
I just
3,
This is who the constable is.
1.
I'm going to use the repeat.
Okay. Nico got it in on time. In Bringing Up Baby, what fake alias does Susan give to the constable while in jail?
So, Kirk, you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Like gladiator movies?
I've never seen a grown man naked, Kirk.
5,
Oh, you'll be
4. The way you added my name into that makes me really comfortable. 3, so much worse. 2, 1. Pens down. Holtzman.
Babyface Horace.
Joe.
I put Alice Smith.
John.
Swinging door Susie.
And Boatman.
Lola Loftnagel.
And Nico.
John is right. I had Susie the Squeeze.
Swinging door Susie is correct. So John did
Can I?
get that one.
So I know challenges aren't allowed. What was the phrasing of that question?
What fake alias does Susan give to the constable while in jail?
So like, she gives. I know there's not, but like she gives multiple aliases for different people, and you didn't specify her own alias is the problem here. Like I know there's no challenges,
Yeah.
but there's.
Then there's no point in talking.
Yeah, I don't know. We could look into it later.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure because I haven't seen this movie.
Problem
forever,
with the question
Yeah.
then.
But go ahead,
so
Brian.
final
Final question.
Final question for the round comes from the movie Knives Out. What carved animal does Harlan tell Marta to pull the car aside after in order to avoid the cameras?
I'm about to get 2 points, but it doesn't matter because I think I'm out.
And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question. First repeat for Boatman.
From the movie Knives Out, what carved animal does Harlan tell Marta to pull the car aside after in order to avoid the cameras?
Time's up for somebody.
My pizza should be here soon.
And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with John.
I don't know if it was before or after the elephant.
Nico.
Elephant.
Boatman.
I had elephant, changed it to wolf.
Joe.
I had elephant, changed it to deer.
And Cameron.
Elephant.
Elephant is correct. So with that, we're going to say goodbye to Joe with 2 points.
Yep.
So Joe, thank you for playing. Okay, we're going to move on to our next competitor, and that is Steve Mesa. Hello, Steve. How are you?
I'm ready to do battle, I guess. I thought I was going to be here in the beginning, but I guess I jumped somewhere in the middle, and looking forward to having some fun.
All right, let's get started. Brian, go ahead and give me that first question.
In the category of directors, who directed Top Gun, Enemy of the State, and Man on Fire?
Brian, we all know you famously hate all these movies.
Oh, I love these movies. What are you talking about? This seems more like the kind of thing that you would hate.
I was doing a bit, Brian. It was a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Again, after Billy
What?
Madison, I can't tell with you.
Nico, we're gonna start with you.
Nah.
Boatman,
Tony Scott.
Steve,
Tony Scott.
Cameron,
Top Gun's a bad movie. Tony Scott.
and John.
I put Joel Schumacher because I'm not good at directors.
Tony Scott is correct. Question number 2, coming to the category of comedy. At the end of Anchorman, all the news stations converge on a zoo to cover the birth of what specific kind of animal? Now, this is a movie I like. Big fan of this one.
Yeah, this is one I actually didn't like the first time I saw it, but it's kind of grown on me.
This is
I do
peak
enjoy it, actually.
person who's in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Boatman, we'll start with you.
Mandy, stop bothering Toby Ziegler about the panda bear.
Steve,
Panda.
Cameron,
Panda.
John,
Panda.
and Nico.
I got scared. I was thinking of the wrong bear for a second. Panda.
Panda is correct.
All right. Question 3 comes in the category of mystery. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a teenage loner who pushes his way into a high school crime ring while investigating the disappearance of his ex-girlfriend in what 2000s mystery film?
What kind of stuff did you do when you were a teenage loner, Brian?
Well, I do remember one time when I pushed my way into a crime ring while investigating the disappearance of my ex-girlfriend. Whereas I'm probably responsible for it too, so it's easy to solve.
5, 4.
Oh shit, this is live.
3, 2. Call Boatman's lawyer. 1. Pens down. We'll start with Steve.
Brick.
Cameron.
She's a brick, and I'm gonna stop to avoid the copyright.
John.
I put bully, but brick is probably right. Yeah.
Nico.
Not Don John.
That is correct. And Boatman.
Holtzman, you stole my freaking joke, Brick.
It's almost like we're the same person.
Brick is correct. So go to deep cuts. Boatman, Steve, and Cam will have 3. Nico and John have 1. And your first deep cut question comes again in the category of Parasite. What does Kai Jung take out of the duct above the toilet as her house floods? Another name I butchered. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, I loved studying this one for a Full Metal deep cut match where you had to try and memorize all those names.
5.
It was not
4.
Yeah.
3. We're stupid Americans. What do they want from us? 2. 1. Pens down. Cameron.
Cigarettes.
John.
Cigarettes.
Nico.
A box of money. I forgot.
Boatman.
I said The Rock.
And Steve.
I put cell phone.
Cigarettes is correct. So Holtzman and John getting the points there. And your final deep cut question comes in Hook. Oh, I'm sorry. This is your question, Brian. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, going back to the movie Hook. What does Maggie call the parachute she made for Peter?
Well, I lasted a round. I can be proud of that.
Well, if you get this right and other people get it wrong, you can at least take
5,
people with you.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with John.
A hug.
And Nico.
It was, in fact, a hug.
Boatman.
A hug.
Steve.
Didn't have. I just put air care.
And Cameron.
A hug.
A hug is correct. So with that, we are going to say goodbye to Nico and Steve with 3 points apiece. Thank you very much for playing, guys. Okay, we're going to move on to the next round. We're going to bring in our next 2 competitors. Our first one is Cameron Redshaw. And number 5 for this round is Aaron J.
Nice easy slant here. Great.
All right, Brian, go ahead and hit him with question number 1 for this round.
All right. Question 1 is in movie release dates, and it is simply Primal Fear was released in what year?
This movie? I like this one. This was a can't say that. Hard to talk about these questions, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Richaw.
Objectively, the greatest year, 1996.
Bowman.
Objectively, like the fourth greatest year, 1996.
Aaron.
Objectively, the incorrect answer, 1993. Oh, did you say Aaron? I thought you said Cameron. Sorry.
That's right. Aaron, good.
I also got a wrong year, but 95 was a pretty good one.
And John.
I said 1993.
96 is correct.
Iowa. I can't figure out how these work.
Question number 2 in comic book movies. In Punisher Warzone, Billy Rosati gives himself what nickname after his face is disfigured? I want to talk about how that movie was such a good debut for Ed Norton, but I figured that would narrow it down too much.
And Punisher Warzone, one of the best superhero movies of all time? Just kidding.
Maybe the best Punisher movie of all time.
That's a low bar.
3,
That's a low bar.
2, exactly. 1, pens down. Bowman, we'll start with you.
I said Scarface.
Aaron?
I went with Taserface.
Holtzman?
I went with Scarface.
John?
If it followed the comics, I said it was Jigsaw.
And Richaw.
I went with Scar.
John is correct. It is Jigsaw.
Yep. Totally right.
Weird same page for the other three, though.
All right, next question comes in the category of comedy. In I Love You Man, Peter is attempting to sell the house of which real-life celebrity?
Jigsaw is probably the worst villain out of the Punisher movies, though. That was a pretty...
I don't even remember one thing about Warzone. I saw it once when it came out and not again since.
5.
So I'll take your word on it.
3. It was rough. 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with Aaron this time.
Hopefully spelling doesn't matter, but I believe it was Lou Ferrigno.
Hold on your board, Aaron. Holtzman.
50 Cent. Never seen it.
John.
I put O.J. Simpson.
Redshaw.
Paula Abdul.
And Boatman.
If Aaron's wrong, I'm also wrong. Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno is correct. Okay, you do have the G there. I didn't see the G. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, so Boatman and Aaron are right. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So we'll go into your first deep cut question. The score right now, Boatman has 2, Redshaw, Aaron, and John have 1, and Holtzman has 0. But it's still anybody's round with 2 points apiece on these, starting with Bringing Up Baby. What is the name of Susan's dog? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Holtzman.
George.
And John.
He's a good dog, George.
And Redshaw.
I've had no time recently, so I said Bones.
And Boatman.
George.
And Aaron.
I'm not allowed to get dog questions wrong. George.
George is correct.
All right, and your final question for the round from the movie On the Waterfront. What item is K.O. Dugan crushed by a shipment of?
How specific?
Kyle.
We'll take General Holtzman. I think it's KO. Because never seen it written down. I just figured it was like KO period O period 4.
That's what I was thinking.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. John, we'll start with you.
Whiskey crates.
And Redshaw.
Oh, this is about what I expected. I said tobacco.
And Boatman.
I said produce.
Aaron.
I crossed out Irish and just went with whiskey.
And Holtzman.
Cases of Irish whiskey bottles.
Whiskey or Irish whiskey is acceptable. That is correct. So with that, we will be saying goodbye to Redshaw. Thank you for playing, Red. Cameron, I know you got a lot on your mind this time of year. So thanks for playing. And we're going to bring in our next competitor. And coming in next is Russell Howe. All right. Hello, Russell. Brian, go ahead and hit him with question number 1.
All right, question 1 comes from the category of recent releases. Who stars as Hutch Mansell in Nobody?
second.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Russell, we'll start with you.
Good pull. I know it's Saul from What Better Call Saul. Can't think of the name.
Boatman.
Bob Odenkirk.
That's it.
Aaron.
Bob Odenkirk Kowalski.
Holtzman.
Bob Odenkirk.
John.
Bob Odenkirk.
That is Bob Odenkirk is correct. Thank you for the shout out there, Aaron. Question number 2 in the category of crime. The Long Goodbye primarily takes place in which U.S. city? Now, my biggest problem with Nobody, I like the movie, but they played Just a Gigolo all through the commercials, and I was waiting for that needle drop the entire time I was watching. Didn't even play it over the credits. Giant letdown. Otherwise, pretty good movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Boatman this time.
I know it's California. San Francisco?
Aaron?
I went with the basic Los Angeles.
Holtzman?
New York City.
John?
Miami.
And Russell?
Chicago.
Los Angeles, correct. So Aaron getting the point there.
Question 3 comes in non-U.S. films. Priscilla is what kind of transportation in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? I thought Priscilla was a person. Guess I should see this movie.
I also.
Priscilla is neither a queen or the desert. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Repeat for John.
In non-U.S. films, Priscilla is what kind of transportation in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
I also didn't realize this wasn't an American movie.
Learned all kinds of new things about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Aaron on this one.
I feel like a hot air balloon would be really intriguing.
Holzman.
I said a van.
John.
I also said a van, like one of those VW bus things. Yeah.
Russell.
A camel?
And Boatman.
I said airplane.
All incorrect. Actually, looking for a tour bus.
A tour
A what?
Tour bus.
Yeah. All right, your first question going to the deep cut rounds. We have Aaron lead with 2, Boatman, Holtzman, and John all with 1, and Russell with 0. First deep cut question comes in Billy Madison. What category does Eric give to Billy in the final round of the decathlon? Just thinking about the scene makes me laugh because this is, I can't help it.
Is this your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it was all downhill from here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with Holtzman.
I feel like I'm missing a word, but I put reflections of society and literature.
And John?
I put society and literature.
Russell?
I had public speaking.
Boatman?
I had the Industrial Revolution.
Close. And Aaron?
I went with American literature.
Holtzman got it right. It is Reflections of
I
Society.
don't remember if there was a modern in there.
Yeah. And your final deep cut question comes in the category of North by Northwest. What does Leonard force Roger to do before the men take him out of Townsend's mansion? I'm sorry, Brian. I just realized I read your question. I'll let you have 2 next round.
For the record, best Adam Sandler movie is Airheads.
Can I get a repeat?
Yeah. Russell's first repeat. What does in North by Northwest? What does Leonard force Roger to do before the men take him out of Townsend's mansion? See, I want to quote something else from Billy Madison right now, but I haven't looked at the doc close enough to know.
Yeah, it could come up in a later question.
Yeah.
I just thought about that last round. I'm like, oh, wait, I shouldn't say anything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with John.
Drink bourbon a lot.
Russell.
I got nothing.
Boatman.
Drink alcohol.
Aaron.
Drink that bourbon.
And Holtzman.
Drink alcohol.
Drink bourbon, drink alcohol is all correct. So with that, this unfortunately we're going to be saying goodbye to Russell right now. Russell, thanks for playing, and we are going to move on. Our next competitor is Tyler Birch.
Hey.
Hello, Tyler.
Hey, everyone. Happy to
Brian,
be
go ahead. Brian, go ahead and hit him with question number 1.
Question 1 in the category of musicals: who plays Amos Hart in Chicago?
What's crazy is they also played this character in the movie when I watched it in Pittsburgh, so pretty much plays him everywhere.
Oh, are you from there, Kirk?
Yes. Do you know that? 5.
Never mentioned that before.
4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right, John's repeat.
In the category of musicals, who plays Amos Hart in Chicago?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tyler.
I said David Duchovny.
Boatman.
John C. Riley.
Aaron.
Mr. Cellophane, John C. Riley.
Holtzman.
The only likable character in this trash movie, John C. Riley.
And John.
Nothing.
All right. John C. Riley is correct. Boatman, Aaron, and Holtzman getting the points. Question number 2. In the category of Keanu Reeves, in Speed, the bus Reeves' character Jack is trapped on cannot dip below what speed or else it will explode?
Man, I really wish I went to movie night last night.
How did I not read
I
this?
just bought a Blu-ray copy of this too.
Oh, man. You should really watch that soon.
5,
Great movie.
4,
Yesterday.
3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to start with Boatman.
It looks like the mystery guest was invited to the party, 50 miles per hour.
Aaron.
I might have gotten this wrong. I put 55.
Holtzman.
50 miles per hour.
John.
I put 55 too.
And Tyler.
I put 50 miles per hour.
50 miles per hour is correct.
Sammy Hagar.
50,
Sammy Hagar, they can't do it.
right.
Sammy Hagar got me.
Kilometers.
Question 3 in the category of 1980s. Lloyd Dobler participates in what sport in Say Anything? Lloyd, all null and void.
This was another one we talked about over the top 100 that not a big fan of.
That you are or not a fan of?
Not. You were there for. You heard my rant. 3.
I block you almost.
2, 1. That's a mistake. Pens down. All right. Boom. We're going to start with you.
Kickboxing.
Aaron.
I put basketball.
Holtzman.
Kickboxing.
John.
Lacrosse.
And Tyler.
I was thinking the wrong movie. I put skiing.
Kickboxing is correct.
Skiing was better off dead.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. First, going to deep cuts. Boatman, Holtzman tied with 3. Tyler and Aaron with 2, and John at 0. First deep cut question come again in Little Shop of Horrors. What is the name of the location Audrey tells Seymour she met Oren? I'm going to read it again because it's a little awkward. What is the name of the location Audrey tells Seymour she met Oren?
You don't meet a lot of people named Oren.
You do not.
Or even Seymour for that matter.
5.
Shouldn't name my kid Oren.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Holtzman on this one.
I just said The Gutter.
And John.
Yeah, it's like put the outhouse. That's wrong. It's some kind of seedy thing. I forget.
And Tyler.
I just put Skid Bar, but I think it's The Gutter.
Boatman.
Full Metal.
And Aaron.
I went with dentist office.
The Gutter is correct. So
Did
Holtzman
anybody
really get
get
the points
that?
there.
I was so
Holtzman
confused.
did.
Oh, then.
Good job, Holtzman.
So your final question for this round will come from the movie Parasite. What was Daesung eating when he said he saw a ghost?
Ever seen a ghost, Brian?
No, but I've seen a ghost.
5, 4. I think they're very similar. 3, 2, 1. Pins down. John, we'll start with you.
His birthday cake.
Tyler.
Put an apple.
Boatman.
I said peaches.
Aaron.
Yeah, I didn't get beef ramen.
Holtzman.
Cake.
Cake is correct. So after that round, we're going to say goodbye now to Tyler and Aaron. Thanks for playing, guys. Okay, next round, our contestant number 4 coming to the table is going to be Kyle Smith.
Hello, everybody.
Kyle. And number 5 for this round is going to be Brittany Tapley.
Hey.
All right. So, Brian, go ahead and start us off for this round.
All right, if everybody's ready, question 1 for this round comes from the category of martial arts movies. In what martial arts film will you find a character who is known as the Shogun of Harlem?
Brian, what are you known as the Shogun of?
The Shogun of Couch Potatoes, because I play trivia, so all I get to do is watch movies.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right, Holtzman gets a repeat on that one.
In the category of martial arts movies, in which martial arts film will you find a character who is known as the Shogun of Harlem? Shogun being remade for FX now. Apparently.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is.
5.
For the big Disney
4
stockholders day. They announced.
3, 2. You excited for it? 1. Pens down. Kyle, we'll start with you.
I said Rush Hour.
Boatman.
Said Rumble in the Bronx.
Brittany.
I just put Enter the Dragon.
Holtzman.
I also put Enter the Dragon.
And John.
When I say who is the master, you say Shonuff, the last dragon.
The Last Dragon is correct. John getting the point
Day
there.
of the Dragon. I had Enter the Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon. Question number 2 in the category of drama. In The Fault in Our Stars, Gus is missing what part of his body?
Is he missing it, or is he just missing it?
He probably
Maybe
really
both.
misses it.
Probably both.
I'd be missing any part of my body that was
not be able to look on my shelf because there's
5,
a squeeze blocking it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Bowman, will start with you.
His eyes?
And Brittany.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I just put foot.
Holtzman.
His leg.
And John.
Put kidney.
Kyle.
I put part of his brain.
Leg actually is correct. We can't accept foot because it is the entire leg.
Isaac, or no Isaac, as they call it.
Question 3 comes from the category of romantic comedies. Which MCU actor stars alongside Marissa Tomei in 1994's Only You? Movie I would actually highly recommend. It's a fun rom-com.
I could see you being a big Marissa Tomei fan. That seems to be
Absolutely.
just right there.
Absolutely.
5,
I was in love with her.
4, 3, 2,
Still
1.
am.
Pens down. And I think now we're going to start with Brittany.
I just put Robert Downey Jr.
And Holtzman.
Robert Downey Jr.
John.
Robert Downey Jr.
Kyle.
I didn't get it.
And Boatman.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is correct. All right, going back into deep cuts, we have Holtzman with 2, Boatman, Brittany, and John. I'm sorry, John also has 2. Boatman and Brittany with 1, and Kyle at 0. But 2 points apiece, starting with Bringing Up Baby. What specific item of Dr. Lehman's wife is in her purse when Susan handed it to David?
Again, can't really talk about the deep cuts because I don't know what's coming up.
Yeah, 5, 4.
So we'll just go off
It's just like
silence.
round 3. You don't talk.
Works.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. And I'm going to start with Holtzman on this one.
A diamond pin.
And John.
Diamond pin.
And Kyle.
I didn't get it.
And Bowman.
Golf ball?
And Brittany?
I just put scarf.
Diamond pin is correct.
So your final question for this round will come from the movie Hook. Hook tells Jack that a very special time in a pirate's life is when he receives his first what? Keep it clean, folks.
5.
Something's happening to my special
4,
purpose.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. John, we'll start with you.
His first earring.
Kyle?
I put kiss.
Boatman?
It's a treasure.
Brittany?
I also put earring.
And Holtzman.
Earring.
Earring is correct. But with that, we will be saying goodbye to Kyle. Kyle, thank you very much for playing. And we'll bring right in our next competitor. Coming in is Yavi Madden.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Can you hear me? All right, cool.
Yeah, we can. You're good.
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
Good. All right, Brian, go ahead and kick things off.
All right, question 1 for this round comes from remakes and reboots. What Kevin Bacon film was remade in 2011 with Kenny Wormold replacing Bacon in the lead role?
Can anyone ever really replace Kevin Bacon when you think about it?
I mean, no. I mean, just ask Peter Quill.
They're going to try anyway.
He's our greatest hero.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yavi, we'll start with you.
I think it's Footloose.
And Boatman.
Did anybody see the remake?
Brittany.
Footloose.
Hey, Holtzman.
One of the top 100 greatest movies ever made, Footloose, 2011.
And John.
I get nothing. Yeah.
Footloose is correct. All right, question number 2.
Together so much.
Question number 2 in the category of Julia Roberts. Roberts stars in what film about a movie star who falls in love with a bookstore owner?
I will go on record as agreeing with Cameron that Footloose 2011 is a great movie. I don't care what anyone says.
That's a
I think it's
weird meeting of a Venn diagram
right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Bowen.
Notting Hill.
Brittany.
Notting Hill.
Holtzman.
Notting Hill.
John.
Notting Hill.
And Yavi.
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill is correct.
Category 3. I believe it's the first time in this delve. Category quotes. What classic comedy ends with the line, "Well, nobody's perfect"?
Well, is Kevin Bacon perfect?
No.
I mean, really, when you think about it?
He's just a quantity guy. He makes a lot of really good movies, but for everyone who makes it good, there's several that aren't so good.
5.
Repeat.
4. All right. Repeat for Yavi. Was that Yavi or John?
It's me.
Okay.
Yeah. The category of quotes. What classic comedy ends with the line, "Well, nobody's perfect"?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we're going to start with Brittany on this one.
Yeah, I realize this isn't a comedy. I just put All About Eve.
Holtzman.
That's 2 Secret Santa movies now. Some Like It Hot.
John.
Some Like It Hot.
Yavi.
Some Like It Hot.
And Boatman.
Well, nobody's perfect. Something like it.
Some Like It Hot is correct. All right, and going into the deep cut movies, we have a 3-way tie. First place, Yavi, Boatman, Holtzman, all 3. And Brittany and John tied second place with 2. And we're back to Billy Madison. What specifically does Veronica bring to Billy's 3rd grade graduation party? Again, I just go sit here and chuckle thinking about the scene. So good. Makes me happy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Holtzman.
Snack packs.
John.
Snack packs.
Yavi?
Snack packs.
Boatman?
Nope, said the puppy who lost his way.
And Brittany?
Snack packs.
Snack packs is correct.
That's a callback, folks. In the category of Hook, I'm sorry, from the movie Hook. When Hook tells Peter to raise his weapon when they first meet, what does Peter pull out?
And I'm going to read it again because Brian's breaking up a little bit. In Hook, when Hook tells Peter to raise his weapon when they first meet, what does Peter pull out?
Keep it clean, folks.
Yeah, my internet has been lovely lately, so let me know if any technical repeats. Let me know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with John.
A checkbook.
Yavi.
Checkbook.
Boatman.
Well, that's it for me. His cell phone.
Brittany.
Checkbook.
And Holtzman.
His checkbook.
It is his checkbook, so we will be saying bye to Caleb Boatman. Boatman, thank you very much for playing. Okay, we're going to bring in our next contestant, and that is going to be Tony Durso. Hello, Tony.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, so Brian, go ahead and start us off with question number 1.
All right, your first question in this round comes from the category of geek movies. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, what is the brand name of the broom Harry receives at the end of the film?
So in Quidditch, the snitch is worth what, like 100 points?
Don't ask me any Harry Potter questions. I won't
Why
be able to answer.
why do they bother with anything else? It doesn't
Right,
make sense.
right.
The game is ridiculous.
They explain it in the books. I don't remember what it is. They
5,
explain-
It's just like the whole Hogwarts
4,
thing where they just arbitrarily
3,
award points to groups.
2, 1. Pens down. Don't get me started on that. Yavi, we'll start with you.
I believe it's Fireball, but I'm not 100% sure.
Tony.
It's Firebolt.
Brittany.
Yeah, firebolt.
Holtzman.
Firebolt.
And John.
I put a fly right broom.
Firebolt is correct. Question number 2 comes in the category of musicals. Which 21st century musical contains the songs Run and Tell That, I Know Where I've Been, and You Can't Stop the Beat? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tony.
I guessed Idlewild.
Brittany.
Hairspray.
Holtzman.
Is it brains? Is it dough? No, it's hairspray.
John.
I put In the Heights.
And Yavi.
I also put In the Heights.
Correct answer is Hairspray. So Brittany and Holtzman getting the questions, the points there.
All right, so your next category is sports movies. Your question is Johnny Be Good, Wildcats, and Everybody's All-American center around what sport?
Johnny Be Good, as we all know, the famous pop song written by white high school student Marty McFly.
So we're taking that from them.
5,
John
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we are going to start with Brittany on this one.
Yeah, no clue. I just put baseball.
Holtzman.
Brittany and I are on the same wavelength. That's right. Baseball.
John.
Football.
Yavi.
Football.
And Tony.
Football.
Football is correct.
I heard All-American.
So going into the deep cut questions, Tony, Brittany, and Holtzman all tied at 2. Yavi and John each with 1. And your first deep cut question for this one comes in the category or the film of On the Waterfront. What 2 words are written on the back of the jacket of the kids that help take care of Terry's pigeons? You ever take care of any pigeons, Brian? You big pigeon guy?
No, I have a dog and a guinea pig that my kids got and then started ignoring. I'm hoping it dies soon, honestly.
I hear you.
Anybody want it?
Dad problems. 1. Pens down. Oh, did we get a repeat? I didn't hear.
I didn't hear a repeat. No.
Oh, I thought you gave the signal for repeat. Okay, we will start with Holtzman on this one.
Golden Warriors.
John?
Golden Warrior.
Yabi?
Golden Warriors.
Tony?
Not Golden Warriors.
And Brittany?
Golden Warriors.
Golden Warriors is correct.
And your last question, the category of Knives Out. What is the name of the Hallmark movie that Fran told Marta about?
What's your favorite Hallmark Christmas movie, Brian?
I could not name you a single one, and I am very proud of that fact.
Is it
Before Christmas?
The Christmas Prince? A Prince for Christmas? The Prince of Christmas? I think these are all real titles. 5.
Probably. Well, they pump
4,
out like 300 movies a year.
3,
So
2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with John.
Deadly by Surprise.
Yavi?
I got nothing.
Tony?
I said Secrets Don't Tell.
Brittany?
Deadly by Surprise.
And Holtzman.
Deadly by Surprise.
Deadly by Surprise is correct. So with that, we are going to say, unfortunately, goodbye to Tony. So, Tony, thank you for joining us. And we are going to bring in our next competitor. And that is Dan Skip Allen. Hello, Dan. Brian, you go ahead and get us started off with this next round.
in the category of the 2000s, in the 40-year-old virgin, Trish runs a storefront for which popular website?
Now, you gotta like this movie, right? This is a good one.
I do like this movie quite a bit. Quite a bit.
This is a very strong cast.
From the very opening scene, I just laughed my ass off.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start with Yavi.
I think it's eBay.
Dan?
I got nothing.
Brittany?
I also put eBay.
Holtzman?
eBay.
And John?
She'll sell your stuff on eBay.
eBay is correct. Question number 2 comes in the category of Oscars. Who is the only man to win the Oscar for Best Actor 3 times? Five, 4.
I'll take a repeat.
All right, Brittany's first repeat. Who's the only man to win the Oscar for Best Actor 3 times? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Dan.
Put Spencer Tracy.
Brittany.
I also put Spencer Tracy.
Holtzman.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
John.
I put Tom Hanks.
And Yavi.
I think it is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis is correct.
All right, question 3 comes from the category of video game movies. What is Mario and Luigi's last name in the Super Mario Brothers movie?
This movie is so bad.
It is truly awful.
I mean, Nintendo didn't make another movie for like 30 years after this because of how awful this was. I mean, they completely just shut down. 5, 4. It's a great story. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with Brittany on this one.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I just put Mario.
Holtzman.
Took a page out of Goofy's book, Mario.
John.
Mario.
Yavi.
Unfortunately, I've seen it. Mario.
And Dan.
Yeah, I didn't have Mario, so that.
Mario is correct.
Mario.
You have an idea how bad that movie is.
They are
Okay,
the
going
Mario
into deep cuts. Yavi and Holtzman are tied with 3. Brittany and John have 2, and Dan's still at 0. But these are worth 2 points apiece, so we'll see what happens. First deep cut comes in the film Parasite. What country does the family who bought the Parks house towards the end of the film originate from? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Holtzman, we'll start with you.
I'm not actually confident. I put Spain.
John?
They're from Germany.
Yavi?
Hope it's not racist. Taiwan?
Dan?
Germany.
And Brittany.
Yeah, Germany.
Germany is correct.
All right, with everybody on the board now, we go to our last question for this round. Is North by Northwest is the movie. What is the name of the town Roger is in when arrested for drunk driving?
So the story goes that Bob Hoskins didn't even know he was in a video game movie until he was like 2/3 of the way done making the movie, and like his nephew or something mentioned it to him.
So he signed on for this movie by the script? What?
Well, they say he was. They had to stop filming for a while because he broke his arm because he fell on drugs. He was drunk most of the time. All right, Holtzman's first repeat.
From North by Northwest, what is the name of the town Roger is in when arrested for drunk driving? If I were him, I would have faked a broken arm and hoped that they would have just replaced me because, yeah, that's...
Look this movie up, man. It's
not even nostalgic.
The story of the movie is so much more entertaining than the movie itself. 3,
make a movie about
2,
that.
1. They should. John, we'll start with you.
Bay Cove, Long Island.
Yavi?
Am I out?
Dan?
I put Hillside.
Brittany?
I put Glen Cove.
And Holtzman.
It was the only town name I could remember. Glen Cove. Glen Cove.
Glen Cove is correct. So with that, we're actually going to be saying goodbye to Dan. So, Dan, thank you very much for playing. And we're going to bring in our next competitor, Antonio Chavez. Hello, Antonio.
What's up?
All right. And I just want to shout out to, I think this is John's. He's been with us since round 1. I think it's like his 13th round or something, 13th, 14th round. So don't want to jinx you, John, but definitely deserve a shout out for that. So
Thank you.
Cameron wants you to jinx him because he's been since round 2. So.
Yeah.
Cameron's right behind him. But
is there a prize for MVP?
The first category for this round will be music. In High Fidelity, who plays Barry, Rob's coworker at Championship Final, who also has his own band Sonic Death Monkey, which performs at the end of the film?
Listen, we did that whole top 100 thing. Zach Ford brought up a lot of John Cusack movies, and none of the good ones.
That's just it. John Cusack has a lot of better movies than the ones he brought up, I gotta say.
He absolutely does. 5, 4.
But they were very Zach movies. So.
3, absolutely. 2, 1. Yavi, we'll start with you.
I've never seen it. Jack Black.
Antonio?
I've also never seen it. Jack Black.
Brittany?
I just put John Candy.
Holtzman?
I have seen it. Jack Black.
And John.
It's Jack Black, but I didn't write Jack Black.
Jack Black is correct. All right, question number 2 in the category of biopics. Elizabeth Taylor stars as what famous roller in a 1963 film? Jack Black, I would say, is the high point of that movie, though. I mean, that's when he was still kind of.
That's when a lot of
firing
people
all cylinders.
actually found out he could sing too.
Yeah.
Of course, I already knew that from Tenacious D, even in the pre-movie
5,
days.
4. I think that was before Tenacious D. 3.
Is before
2,
the movie that he been
1. Pens down. Oh, the actual band. All right, Antonio.
Cleopatra.
Brittany.
I also put Cleopatra.
Holtzman.
Cleopatra.
John.
Cleopatra.
And Yavi.
Should have known it. Blinked.
Cleopatra is correct.
Question 3 in the category of crime. What does Thomas Crown steal in 1999's The Thomas Crown Affair?
Now, I know this was in your top 100.
It is. I really enjoy this movie.
So I assume you prefer this to the original?
Yeah, I only saw the original once, and it was fine, but I just think I like this one better. It was just a lot of sense of fun to it.
1. Pens down. And we'll start with Brittany on this one.
I just put diamonds.
Holtzman.
A painting.
John.
Thought it was diamonds.
Yavi.
Just guess car.
And Antonio.
I believe the painting by Monet.
Painting is correct. All right, so go deep cuts. Antonio Holtzman tied with 3. Everybody else is sitting at 1. And first deep cut comes in the movie Little Shop of Horrors. What is the second weapon Seymour pulls on Audrey 2 during the song Mean Green Mother from Outer Space?
The second weapon. I can think about this one. I'm not sure. I'm not looking forward to the remake of this one either.
No, that's so unnecessary.
It's I wish they would just leave it alone.
Going to be so bad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Holtzman on this one.
I couldn't remember. I said a baseball bat.
John?
So a wrench.
Yavi?
Gun.
Antonio?
Garden shears?
And Brittany.
Put axe.
Axe is correct.
Oh,
Brittany couldn't have
that was a guess.
2 big points for Brittany as we go into the final question, which is going to come to you from the movie Bringing Up Baby. What is the name of the song that Baby loves? And yes, we need the full title, please.
I want to talk about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with John.
I can't give you anything but love, baby.
Yavi?
Now I'm out. All of my love.
Antonio?
Never seen it still. Moon River.
Brittany?
I just put I can't give you anything but love.
And Holtzman.
I also just put I can't give you anything but love.
It's I can't give you anything but love, baby. But either way, it's
Doesn't affect the
Yavi.
outcome.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the outcome. Yavi is eliminated. So Yavi, thanks for playing. Good showing. Okay, we're going to bring in our next contestant, and that is going to be Kevin Marino. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Good. My manager just fell down the bed. How are y'all?
All right.
manager
Brian,
time.
you're going to start us off?
All right, our first question in this round comes in the category of war movies. 2002's We Were Soldiers takes place during which war?
So I want to talk about I Can't Give You Anything But Love, Baby, being featured prominently in the movie The Killing of a Chinese Bookie. Great John Cassavetes movie. Great scene. Everybody should watch that.
That's another one I've always heard about but never seen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kevin.
World War II.
Antonio.
Vietnam.
Brittany.
I put World War II.
Holtzman.
World War II.
And John.
World War II.
Vietnam is actually correct for that one.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Antonio getting the point. Question 2 in the category of Ridley Scott. Who stars as Balian, a young blacksmith turned warrior in Kingdom of Heaven? Brian, can you confirm I pronounced that name right?
Balian, one of the two. I don't remember, honestly.
Who stars as generic fantasy name? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And this time we'll start with Antonio.
Is it Orlando Bloom?
Brittany.
Yeah, I guessed Orlando Bloom too.
Holtzman.
Sorry, Spilly. Is it Orlando Bloom?
John.
I put Christian Bale.
And Kevin.
I put Colin Farrell.
Orlando Bloom is correct.
I'm safe.
Thank you, Jason with Alexander.
Question 3 in the category of animated films. What does Monsters, Inc. use as an energy source to run power for Monstropolis at the end of Monsters, Inc.? It's a film that I know that Tim Berkala despises.
Yeah, you hate this one.
Cannot stand this film.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Brittany, we'll start with you.
I put Children's Laughter.
Holtzman.
Children's Laughter.
John.
I just put Laughter.
Kevin.
Children's Laughter.
And Antonio.
I said Laughter.
We'll start all that. Laughter, Children's Laughter, that is all correct. So we got a clean sweep there. And so going into the deep cut questions, Antonio's in lead with 3. Brittany and Holtzman both have 2, and Kevin and John are at 1. Your first deep cut comes in On the Waterfront. What does Terry give to Edie when showing her his pigeons? Very pigeon-centric
pigeon
movie,
questions
apparently.
Apparently On the Waterfront is all just about raising pigeons. I had no idea.
5,
And nothing else.
4, 3,
I could have raised
2,
pigeons.
1.
Repeat.
Repeat for John. On the waterfront, what does Terry give to Edie when showing her his pigeons? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Holtzman.
I think this is a later scene, but I wrote a piece of gum.
John.
A jacket.
Kevin.
A book that drew a bird.
Antonio.
A necklace.
And Brittany.
Just put pigeon food.
Dirty sweep there. Correct answer is an egg.
Oh, yeah.
Hard boiled.
And your final question for this round comes from the movie Hook. What does Peter give to Jack before he leaves to go to the children's hospital?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we will start with John on this one.
A snow globe. I forget.
Kevin.
A watch.
Antonio.
His watch.
Brittany.
A pocket watch.
And Holtzman.
Pocket watch.
Watch is correct. And with that, we're going to say goodbye to John. But, John, fantastic showing. Let me get in the chat. How many rounds did John go?
14, I think.
15. 15 rounds. So, fantastic showing. Thank you for playing, John. And I'm sure we'll see you again soon. All right. So
It looks
that makes Holtzman senior man at the table right now, and we're going to bring in our next competitor, and that is going to be Danny Mallory.
Hello.
Hello, Danny. How are you?
Tired.
All right.
But I'm ready to go.
We're going to get started. Brian, go ahead with question number 1.
Question number 1 comes from the category of horror. Jennifer transforms into what type of monster in Jennifer's body?
I haven't seen this one. I thought it was just a body.
I would also like to say I want to give bonus points to Kevin for his X-Men animated series book he's using there.
Thank you.
3.
$25 on Amazon.
1. Pens down, and we will start with Kevin.
I believe I probably spelled it wrong. A succubus.
You hold your board up a little higher. Okay, I see it there. Okay, Antonio.
I wasn't sure if it was right. Succubus.
Brittany.
I put werewolf.
Holtzman.
Succubus.
And Danny.
Succubus.
Succubus is correct. All right. Question number 2 comes in the category of Westerns. What is John Ruth's nickname in The Hateful Eight? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Antonio.
The Hangman?
Hangman. Brittany.
I didn't have it.
Holtzman.
The Hangman.
Danny.
Don't have it.
And Kevin.
The Hangman.
The Hangman is correct.
The next question comes from the category of Denzel Washington. Who stars opposite Denzel Washington as virtual reality killer Sid in Virtuosity?
And I'll give a free repeat on that. Denzel Washington. Who stars opposite Washington as virtual reality killer Sid in Virtuosity?
Am I good now?
You look like you're in virtual reality. Like bad, like early 90s virtual reality.
Lawnmower Man.
Well, this question's coming. I'm going to jump out in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we are going to start with Brittany on this one.
I didn't know. I just put Woody Harrelson.
Holtzman.
No idea. Crispin Glover.
Danny.
Samuel Jackson.
Russell Crowe.
And Antonio.
Awesomely villainous Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe is correct. So going into deep cut questions, Kevin Antonio tied with 3, Holson with 2, Danny at 1, Brittany currently at 0. But your first deep cut question comes in Parasite. What does Kai Wu take from Dae Hai's room when the family goes camping? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Holtzman.
Her yellow diary.
Danny.
Put the rock.
A
Kevin.
necklace?
Antonio.
I said diary.
And Brittany.
Her diary.
Diary is correct.
And your final question for this round from the movie Billy Madison. What is the first word that Veronica asks Billy to spell in cursive while in her class? And I see Kirk smiling again already.
I am. It just. It's so good. I can't quote anything because I'll ruin it.
I'm informing my children that they're they're not even teaching cursive anymore.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Danny on this one.
Was it rock?
And Kevin.
Rock.
Antonio.
Is it bunt?
And Brittany.
I was with Antonio. I put bunt.
Correct answer is
I
dugout.
haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dugout.
Dugout. Yeah. Both of them are, yeah.
Bunt, I think, is the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Danny at this point. So, Danny, thank you for playing. Okay, getting down the wire here, we're going to bring in our next to last competitor, and that is Chris Diaz.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. Brian, go ahead and give him question number 1.
Question 1 from the category of dance movies. Fame centers around students at a performing arts school in which U.S. city?
Brian, do you want to live forever?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure.
Yes, in the category of dance movies. Fame centers around students at a performing arts school in which U.S. city?
Oh, U.S.
Can I clarify? We're talking about like the 80s one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The horrible remake.
I'm one of those people who saw the remake.
5,
Different there, but
4,
we're talking about
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kevin, we'll start with you.
New York City.
Antonio.
I should get this. New York City.
Kevin, hold your board up just a little bit.
All right.
Okay, you're good. All right, Antonio said New York. Brittany.
New York.
Holtzman.
New York City.
And Chris.
New York City.
New York City, clean sweep started out is correct. Question number 2 comes in the category of sci-fi. In Blade Runner 2049, what is the name of Kay's holographic AI girlfriend played by Ana de Armas? Ana de Armas, another one you're not interested in, Brian.
Hard disagree.
5.
Oh, I did unfortunately watch her in Knock Knock, which is
3, 2,
You should.
1. Pens down. Antonio, we'll start with you.
Maria. I know it's wrong.
Brittany.
It's guessed Alice.
Holtzman.
Joy.
Chris.
I said Ava.
And Kevin.
I also get Dallas.
Joy is correct.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
She's the best part of that movie.
Yes, she is.
The next question comes in the category of romance. Who plays the handsome but inexperienced new anchor Tom Grunick in broadcast news?
R.I.P. Caleb Bowman.
How can you ask an Albert Brooks question when I'm not here?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pens down. We'll go to Brittany for this one.
Kevin Bacon.
Holtzman.
Is it William Holden?
Chris.
I take Dave Marston.
Kevin.
Michael J. Fox.
And Antonio.
Okay, William Hurt.
Yeah, I'm a
William
dumbass.
Hurt is
I
correct.
saw the moment when Cameron realized.
Yeah.
Cameron, like,
Yep, realized the second after said it that he would have been probably dead.
Okay, so going into deep cuts, Antonio and Holtzman both have 2. Kevin, Brittany, and Chris tied at 1, so it's anybody's game. And your first deep cut question comes in the movie Bringing Up Baby. What specifically does David order 30 pounds of at Jurgen's Market? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're going to start with Holtzman.
Raw sirloin.
Chris?
Sirloin meat.
Kevin?
Beef.
Antonio?
He said ham.
And Brittany.
Yeah, I put raw meat.
Okay, yeah, I think we're only going to be able to accept sirloin, unfortunately, on that one. So sirloin gets the points there. And your final deep cut, Brian, go ahead.
That was Cameron and Chris got that right.
Yes.
2 points each. Okay. Your final question comes in the category, from the movie North by Northwest. What is the last name of the man that Van Damme thinks Roger is when they first meet?
And I'll give that to you again. What is the last name of the man that Van Damme thinks Roger is when they first meet?
Kevin, can you move? Can you see us?
Oh, no. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we will start with Chris.
Callan.
And Kevin.
Yeah, I had a technical error for a bit, so I couldn't hear the question at all, so I just guessed Washington.
Antonio.
I think this one I'm out. Smith.
Brittany.
Yeah, I didn't have it, but Kaplan.
And Holtzman.
I said Townsend.
Britt actually did have it. It was Kaplan. So pretty good points there. And unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Kevin there. So Kevin, thank you for playing. So that brings us to our last competitor, and that is Luis Boos. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Luis, am I pronouncing that right?
You did.
Okay, fantastic.
Good.
Okay,
Hey,
so
guys.
we're down to our final 5, and this is the way this is going to work. We're going to play to one winner. There will be one winner declared. But since we have 2 spaces to fill in Full Metal Singles, after we declare the winner, we will continue to play if necessary. So basically, if the winner clears the table, then everybody else will get to come back and continue to play for second place. If it comes down to 2 players, those 2 will play. The winner will be declared the winner. The second place guy or girl will get the second spot in Full Metal. So everybody understand how it's going to work?
Yeah.
All right. So Brian, go ahead and start us off.
All right. For the final table, your first question comes from Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage's character is addicted to what substance in Leaving Las Vegas? So I'm very curious to see the movie Pig that just came out. I'm hearing.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it.
Apparently, Chris has seen it and gives us a thumbs up. So we'll see.
We'll see how that goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Luis.
Alcohol.
Antonio.
Is that Coke?
Brittany.
Yeah, I put cocaine.
Holtzman.
Alcohol.
And Chris.
I said cocaine.
Alcohol is correct.
Playing in a theater in my town right now.
Next question comes in the category of recent releases. Name one of the 2 crimes Bill O'Neill is charged with before becoming an FBI informant in Judas and the Black Messiah. And again, we need one of the 2. I'm glad this came back to HBO Max because I missed it the first time around. And I don't want to miss it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Antonio.
Resisting arrest.
Brittany.
Put impersonating an officer.
And Holtzman.
Impersonating an officer / agent.
Chris.
Impersonating a police officer.
And Luis.
didn't show in Germany yet. I said armed robbery.
Okay, so I think we can take officer. So I'm going to give Brittany and Holtzman the points for sure. Chris said police officer. Brian, what do you think about that?
Well, the answer in the doc is impersonate federal agent, so I'm not quite sure how to handle that. I have not seen the movie yet.
Jake, we'll go to Jake because he.
Yeah, so it is technically a federal agent, but I'm willing to be relatively lenient here and take like an officer.
Okay.
I don't know if I would accept police officer because it's definitely not a police officer.
Okay.
So
I'm on board. I'm on board with you. I agree with that. I say so. We give it to officer. So
Yeah.
Brittany and Cameron get the points there. Thanks, Jake.
I was like, I don't know if it's officer or agent, what the title is.
Next category will be directors. Who directed the first Mission Impossible film?
Which one of the Mission Impossible films is your favorite, Brian?
My favorite? Oh, it's a tough call. Maybe Ghost Protocol, actually.
4, 3, 2. I can't tell them apart anymore. 1. Pens down, and we'll go to Brittany.
Brian De Palma.
Holtzman.
Brian De Palma.
Chris.
Brian De Palma.
Luis.
Brian De Palma.
And Antonio.
Brian De Palma.
Brian De Palma is correct. All right, so going into deep cuts, Holtzman lead with 3. Luis and Brittany both have 2, and Antonio and Chris are at 1. First deep cut film of the round is Little Shop of Horrors. What does Seymour cut his finger on that gets the Audrey 2 plant to open for the first time? Five, 4.
Repeat.
Okay. Repeat 4. Chris?
Yes.
What does Seymour cut his finger on that gets Audrey 2 to open up for the first time? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Cameron.
Rose Thorn.
And Chris?
Samantha Dominique Shears.
Luis?
I just said Thorn.
Antonio?
I also said Thorn.
And Brittany?
Rose Thorn.
Thorn, Rose Thorn. Any combination of that is correct. So we will go to the last deep cut question for the round.
Damn roses, damn Thorn. Your last one comes from the movie of Billy Madison. What specifically did Carl snack on in the car before Brian Madison's dinner? I just watching Kirk. He's just reliving the movie scene by scene as we go.
I really
through this
am.
movie. You're gonna go watch this after.
I want to quote the next line, and I can't.
Yeah, Kirk judges us for our.
Repeat.
Repeat for Antonio. From Billy Madison. What specifically did Carl snack on in the car before Brian Madison's dinner?
How you want the name of this thing, or can we be a little bit lenient on it?
We need a specific name. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Chris.
Another package I should have remembered it first.
Luis.
No, didn't have it.
Antonio.
It said Ritz crackers.
And Brittany.
Pretty sure it's Triscuit crackers.
And Holtzman.
Triscuit crackers.
Triscuits is correct. So with that, we will be saying goodbye to Chris and continued on to the next round.
All right, go right into the next round, starting off with the category of holiday movies. And then there were 4. In It's a Wonderful Life, what ailment does George Bailey develop after he rescues his younger brother Harry from a drowning in a frozen pond?
His ailment.
Ailment. How is he injured?
You don't need us to be like.
All right.
No,
right.
no.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, in It's a Wonderful Life, what ailment does George Bailey develop after he rescues his younger brother Harry from drowning in a frozen pond?
All right.
This is what I watch every year, Brian. Gets me every time.
Somehow I don't
love
believe
this movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Luis, we'll start with you.
It's way too late here. I said a broken leg.
Antonio.
Deafness.
Brittany.
Put hearing loss.
And Holtzman.
Deafness.
Deafness, hearing loss is correct. Question number 2 comes in the category of Martin Scorsese. 2016 Silence centers around characters with what profession? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Antonio on this one.
Priests.
Brittany.
Put archbishops.
Holtzman.
I said Jesuit missionaries.
And Luis.
I said priests.
Priest is correct. I don't think we accept bishops. I think that's too specific. Missionaries or priests.
We are accepting missionaries.
Yeah, missionaries is acceptable. Yeah, it's in the document.
Okay, I was like,
I was waiting for him to challenge that.
I was like Jesuit.
No, it says missionaries acceptable in the document.
Yeah.
In the category of musicals, which 1950s musical features the songs "Embraceable You," "Nice Work If You Can Get It," and "I Got Rhythm"?
Brian, do you have rhythm?
I do. You know, I've played some musical instruments in my day, not so much anymore. But
I don't. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, we'll start with you.
Let's put Bye Bye Birdie.
Holtzman.
Greatest closing scene to any movie, An American in Paris.
Luis.
Didn't get anything.
And Antonio.
I didn't even get the finish writing, so it doesn't matter.
All right. American in Paris is correct. So with our final 4, going to the first deep cut section here. Holtzman is the lead with 3. Antonio has 2. Brittany and Luis both have 1. All right. So your first deep cut comes in Hook. In Jack's drawing that Maggie shows Peter, what does Peter notice about himself that upsets him? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Cameron, I'll start with you.
He has no parachute.
And Luis?
Nah, it's not readable.
All right, Antonio?
He does not have a parachute.
And Brittany?
It went a little lengthy, but he is the only one without a parachute.
Not having a parachute is correct.
Your final question for this round comes from the movie Knives Out. What is written on the mug that Fran brings upstairs when she sees Harlan's dead body?
We will need this exact. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Luis, we'll start with you.
I just guessed this is my house.
Antonio?
There's no need to see this again.
Brittany?
My house, my rules, my coffee.
And Holtzman?
Who, what, where, when, wine.
My whole house, my rules, my coffee is correct. Brittany getting that right. So unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Luis. Luis, thank you for staying up. I know it's late for you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again. All right, so we're down to the final 3, and we will go, as I said, to a winner. Brian, go ahead and give us the next question.
All right, down to 3 people left. And the first category in this round comes from coming of age teen. How many Heathers are there in Heather?
Starting to get really tense here, Brian.
Yes, it is.
All 3 players have a pretty strong run. Cameron here, almost from the beginning. 5.
We're looking for the ones actually
4,
named Heather, by the way.
3,
Okay, thank you.
1.
I saw the
Pens
confusion
down.
in your eyes.
And we'll start with Antonio.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was the thing. I just guessed 4 then.
And Brittany.
Put 3.
And Holtzman.
I specifically wrote 3, not including Veronica.
I don't think they call their group the Heathers. So because Veronica, there
Yeah.
are 3 actual Heathers, yes.
All right. Next category is the 1990s. What is the subtitle of Sister Act 2?
I hear they're making another one of these as well for Disney Plus.
Great.
Yeah, they file that under the category of who asked for it. But
No. 5, 4,
you're the camera.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, we'll start with you.
I feel like I'm close. I put Back in Habit.
And Antonio.
I said Back in the Habit.
And Holtzman.
It's got music and the Lord. Back in the Habit.
Yeah, it is. It is Back
Yeah.
in the Habit. You were close, Brittany, but we can't give you the points there. And so that takes us to
Question 3.
Question number 3.
In period costume dramas,
Jeez.
what is the name of the queen played by Olivia Colman in The Favorite? Just the first name.
Really hoping for Shakespeare in Love.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Cameron.
Anne.
Antonio.
I refuse to watch this movie, Victoria.
And Brittany.
I also put Anne.
Anne is correct. So going to the deep cut question. Holtzman has 3, Brittany has 2, Antonio has 1. And your first deep cut will come in Bringing Up Baby. I'm going to skip this question, Brian. I'm going to go down to the bottom and take another question off the dock. Take the last one. Okay. In Billy Madison, who specifically does the older woman on the farm say stole the lunches on the trip?
To clarify, it's something that got discussed earlier, so we can't ask a question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
As careful as we were, I think it's too close to a conversation we had.
Yeah. We got in that situation where,
yeah,
when you're dealing with repeat date movies, it happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Antonio on this one.
That damn Sasquatch.
And Brittany.
For the bus driver.
And Holtzman.
Sasquatch.
It is Sasquatch.
Your final question for this round comes from the movie North by Northwest. What is the fake name Roger first tries to give Eve on the train?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, we'll start with you.
Jack Phillips.
Holtzman.
How about now? Now is it Mr. Townsend?
And Antonio.
I think now I'm officially out, Smith.
Jack Phillips is correct.
Damn.
So Antonio is eliminated. Thank you, Antonio. And it comes down to this. Congratulations, Cameron. Congratulations, Brittany. You've both earned the spot in Full Metal Singles. We'll be seeing you later this second. Now we're just playing to see who is officially the winner of the Delve and who gets the win on the record going into the season.
Yeah.
So, Brian, go ahead. Question number 1.
Okay, for our final round, I guess barring a tie, the category of thrillers. Which MCU actor plays albino monk Silas in The Da Vinci Code? Kirk, just planning ahead. If there is a tie, does it go sudden death or another round?
We'll go sudden death.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask. I was like, what happens?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll start with Brittany.
Paul Bettany.
And Cameron.
Paul Bettany.
Both correct. Question number 2 in non-U.S. films. 2011 The Raid is primarily set in what type of location? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll start with Cameron this time.
Apartment complex.
And Brittany.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put prison.
Apartment complex is correct.
Category 3, in Spike Lee movies. In Do the Right Thing, Radio Raheem has brass knuckles on each hand that spell out which 2 words?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Brittany, we'll start with you on this one.
No idea. Just put love and hate.
And Holtzman.
Love and hate.
Oh.
That's a pull right there.
All right, going into deep cuts. Holtzman's up by 1. It's 3-2. And your first.
There will not be a tie.
There will not be a tie. No. It is on the waterfront. What item of Joey Doyle's does another longshoreman give to Dugan? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cameron?
Windbreaker.
And Brittany.
No, I just put his hook, like the, yeah.
And your winner, Cameron Holtzman. Well played by everybody. We're going to post-match interviews now. We'll start with our second place finisher, Brittany Tapley. Brittany, great effort, great performance. I think you've really started to make a name for yourself around here as a geek fandom player. But I think you showed here really what you can do in regular movies. Not getting the win, but earning that spot in Full Metal. What are your thoughts on that performance in that match?
I mean, my goal was just to make it past 1 round, to be honest with you. I thought I didn't have a hope in hell of getting in. So, yeah, I just thought if I really study the deep cuts, it might help me out. And it seemed to be the difference, honestly.
Absolutely. So going in, like I said, you will start very soon. You'll begin the match, your first match in Full Metal Singles. Is there anybody specifically that you'd like to play? Anybody you'd like to call out? Anybody you're looking at there on this roster that you'd be interested in playing?
Not you. No, I don't really have any names. I'm not very good at that. Just no one from Club Dread, honestly. Sure. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we're there, and we'll be looking for you. Congratulations, and we will see you soon. Let's bring in our winner. Cameron, again, Jake, how many rounds did Cameron go?
21.
21 rounds.
21
coming in the second round and going the whole way. That's pretty amazing. Very strong performance. I know you're probably worn out here, but what are your thoughts after that?
I've played here before, and then I chose to step away for a while, and I missed the opportunity to test in and to sign up for the season. And then I heard this, and I heard 2 things. I heard free for all, and I heard deep cuts. And deep cuts are, as I've proven in other leagues, something I really like. It's something I'm really good at. So I figured, why not? Let's go for it. The entire time, I was just incredibly worried about North by Northwest for coming up. It's the one movie I didn't take notes on. I just had it on in the background while doing other things. But I managed to skate through. This is the first. I have never made it more than 1 round in a general movies free for all in these leagues. So to go from never making it 1 round to doing 21 round 2 to the end, I want to give massive props to John. Dude was in there from round 1 and was just hanging in there for the longest time. All respect to him. This is insane. Weirdly, I'm not tired. Weirdly, I'm just like, oh, it's over now. Okay. But no, this was great.
Well, clearly it put in the work, because I mean we in this particular event. I know Kirk wanted to add in the deep cut questions because deep cuts is such an important part of Full Metal matches. And clearly you put in the homework and you got, I think that's what won you a lot of those rounds.
The middle shop showed up because it would have been better if it had the good ending, but I'll take a Little Shop with a mediocre ending over other movies like some crap about a 27-year-old man going to kindergarten or whatever.
Well, be careful what you say because Kirk might just change his mind and disqualify you somehow. So.
No. But no, that was very frustrating. But yeah, you're back in Full Metal. You're back in singles. Is there anybody there that you know you've been? I'm sure you've been watching. You know who's in. Is there anybody that you'd want to play, or anybody you're looking out to test yourself up against?
Well, first I have a question. So, like, do I come back with a fresh record, or does the win for this get added on to my previous record that I had?
That's a great question, and I will have to talk to the powers that be.
I was going to say, if I come back with my fresh record, I think I'm 3-1. I think, and there's a competitor who's 3-2, who goes by the name of Adelaide Spence. I think that match would be a lot of fun. Otherwise, I'm 1-0, and then there's a competitor who's 3-2 who goes by the name of Adelaide Spence.
But yeah, I'm sure we'd be able to make that happen at some point. But one way or the other, eventually sooner or later, however. But yeah, no, it's glad to have you back. It's going to be exciting. Thank you for playing. Congratulations on a great performance, great win. But let's go to closing thoughts, Brian. Yeah, that was a lot of drama there, a lot of great performances. We saw a lot of people. This is what I want to do. I want to bring in some people. Cameron won. Cameron's established, but we saw a lot of people. Brittany coming in. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people know Brittany from anything but her geek, her how good she does in geek. Her coming in, showing what she can do here. Somebody like John coming in. A lot of people came in and Javi had a pretty good performance on the top of my head. A lot of newer people, a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. What are your final thoughts on this overall event?
Yeah, that's what I like seeing as well. Obviously, we know Brittany because she's been Club Dread. We know what she's capable of. She's been putting in the work. Cameron clearly putting in the work, especially on those deep cut movies that are so important in regular matches, and obviously here as well to kind of give him an idea what to expect. But he knew because he'd been in there before. But yeah, then they got these new people that most of us haven't met or seen before. John, like you said, was great. Avi was very good, and I'm sure there's others I'm forgetting, but these people, even if you didn't get your spot this time, we hope to see him again, possibly next season. This was just filling some temporary spots right now. So yeah, please try and get it next season. Try and get in the other leagues as well. Let's see these people compete because I love more and more competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, if you didn't make it tonight or you didn't get to play in this, or you obviously you didn't win, play Full Metal Classic. There's a lot of opportunities out there to just kind of get your feet wet and just get in the community and play. But yeah, keep trying. I'm very impressed by a lot of stuff we saw tonight, and that's why we wanted to do this. So thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brittany, Cameron, John, everybody else who played behind the scenes, Jeff Varhu and Jake Meltzer, doing a lot of legwork. Hey guys, thank you very much. Let me get your final thoughts on this. What do you guys think about it?
Go ahead, Jake.
This was a lot of fun just to watch. It was hell to write because it was so stressful trying to get that many questions, just not even worrying about deep cuts. All props to Andrew Barr for the deep cuts. Special shout out to him. But yeah, this was really cool to see. I think Cameron is someone we know is really good at deep cuts. I think he was a favorite coming into this and showed exactly why. Pulling a marathon run here. And I think and Brittany also doing an incredible job being known as a geek player coming.
Uh-oh.
Jeff, what are your thoughts?
All right, but first of all, Cameron and Brittany, congratulations. Cameron, welcome back to the league. I'm very excited to see you back here. Brittany, I know you're going to do great things here. We had a lot of really great competitors playing, so I'm very excited how it all went down. Special shout out to whoever's editing this in the future. It's probably going to be me. So this is how many questions were on the screen. This is how many hours it spent to actually do this thing. This is how many hours I completely swore at the screen. So I'm going to put in some confetti and put in post-production. So congratulations. I've made it to the end. Whoever's edited this has made it to the end. We're never doing this again.
Yeah. No, but yeah, a lot of hard work. Yeah. Jake, Andrew, Jeff, and Jeff and the editing team going to put a lot of work into this. But couldn't have done it with any of you guys. Thank you guys so much, Brian. Thank you for hosting. Thank you for everybody who participated. And Jeff says we're never going to do this again, but I'll just say see you next time. Bye, everybody.